Going to the Bears Ears and Grand Staircase Escalante National Monument. President Biden is expected to expand the boundaries, reversing then President Trump's decision to downsize the monuments. News specialist Matt Rascone joins us live with reaction. Matt?
Yeah, Deanie, another president, another change. And just like in 2017, this decision is getting both praise and criticism.
In 2017, President Trump's signature downsized Bears Ears by 85% and cut Grand Staircase in half. 4 years later, President Biden is expected to sign an executive order restoring the boundaries, a move state leaders called disappointing but not surprising. In a joint statement, they called it a tragic missed opportunity, saying we have consistently offered to work with the Biden administration on a permanent legislative solution, one that would end the perpetual enlarging and shrinking of these monuments and bring certainty to their management. Tribal leaders and conservation groups have largely applauded the restoration.
We're just really excited that the president is following through on his promise that he made.
Kate Gretzinger lives in San Juan County and works with Western Priorities, a group that says the decision will help protect the land.
We're really excited that he's listening to tribes. They've been asking for this restoration of Bears Ears since it was scaled back illegally by President Trump.
In a joint statement, all of Utah's delegation called the expansion a devastating blow to the ongoing efforts by our delegation, along with state, local, and tribal leaders to find a permanent legislative solution.
President Trump's decision back in 2017 was met with lawsuits, and today state leaders said they would look at all available legal options in response to the Biden administration's move, again expected tomorrow. Deanie?
Sounds like more to come on this one then. Matt, thank you.